my coffee go?
Embedded in your coffee.
I'm just gonna take a shot. What are you putting it on?
Doesn't he find his way deeper underground than up in this place? It's so hard to stay on air.
What were you saying? The audio would have cut out there.
Doesn't he find the found footage?
What'd you say, buddy? I couldn't hear you with the... What a kick in the disc that was.
Who? What's happened?
How's it going tonight? Phyllis?
Oh, everybody. Us. The collective.
Yeah. The Amigos. Remember 2018?
Do I? What you remember about it?
Let's see.
Tell me a little something about young 2018.
Ooh, good year. Green Book. Green Book was great. House that Jack built.
Already it's been that long.
Future alumni. Seems to be about it.
Holy stacked year, like you said.
Yeah.
Some Marvels came out, probably a Thor. Some real nice, neato stuff.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. A+.
No Planet of the Apes? Apeless year.
But I'd rather A24 any day.
A24. Was that a glimmer? When did Hereditary come out? That was really the first time I even took notice of A24. Sure, they've been around longer than that. Kings of the Slow Burn, A24.
2018.
Taking all the risks.
2018, same year.
No way.
Yeah.
Bingo. I had no idea about this movie, though.
I heard about it from you.
I don't even know how I figured it out.
Well, here we are.
Where credit is due somewhere. I heard someone say it was like the least...
Oh. Phyllis told you.
Could have been.
Yeah, she watched it before we did.
Hell of an amigo.
So where do we start off? How you find it easy to read backwards?
Do I? I was a little distracted.
Right off the hop. Beware of the dog killer.
Yeah. Did you read it first time round?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you took the time?
Oh, yeah. But Andrew Garfield.
Sounded like a kid, but my attention was diverted.
To what?
The one who's tasked with washing it off.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bad day.
He's looking for a close look.
Bad day at the cafe.
Yeah. And this guy comes in.
Looking like a dog killer.
Yeah, looking like a tall cup of something.
Chicken noodle soup.
a tall cup
Not even that tall.
iced coffee here.
Surprisingly, not even that tall.
Yeah, but looks tall as fuck. How
Yeah,
encouraging!
he's so
How
lanky.
encouraging!
Yeah.
Heads above everyone else.
Phyllis is taller than him.
Like,
And more
if we go there, she's taller than us.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a given.
I don't know if people know that.
So, so he's a bit of a Shane. Would you agree?
Oh, my Shane?
Does he seem like a bit of a Shane? This was like the closest thing that closest movie I watched to that kind of would be like the Shane character. He's a bit of a Shane, especially starting off.
Yeah. Maybe.
Living in East LA.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But even the shots, like, you take notice of the way it's shot right away.
Yeah.
It was very Kino, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even when it's panning across in this coffee shop, because it's a very simple scene as far as him going in there.
Yeah.
But it's like cut off like around their shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like the head, such a creative decision, but it works so well in that scene.
Yeah. And then it even, maybe this is why, because then he looks kind of like into the kitchen of the cafe.
Right.
And it's the two girls there, and they're cut off the exact same way, but not from the framing, but actually from the window, like the takeout window.
Okay.
And it's like the same framing of how they cut everyone else off.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But he was, he wasn't cut off though, was he? With the shot where he's like staring into the kitchen? I can't remember.
No. I don't think the rule necessarily applied for him.
Yeah, exactly. What was with the, then the squirrel?
Yeah. Oh my
Strange,
god.
eh?
And very Vertigo, the way it goes into it. It like does that, keeping him like, and then right up into the sky and lets it fall towards camera.
Yeah. I thought of the exact same thing, actually, the Hitchcock.
It was like Weasel in Suicide Squad.
Whenever I see those shots, I always think of us fucking around with the wheelchair. Trying to do that, picturing that. I always pictured that scene being done by wheelchair, via wheelchair.
They accomplish a lot of stuff in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there they go.
That's true, too. I do agree with that. Yeah, because he goes in and he has the eviction notice.
I didn't even notice that.
So
I didn't realize he was poor until they repoed his...
Well, just this guy, he's a bit of a schlub, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just tell, like...
Well, he doesn't seem to have much to do right off the hop here.
I know, it's like, that's the thing, is that this guy...
But I love a good meander.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's an appealing genre.
But he's got, like, no girlfriend, no job,
no
prospects, awesome. Like, doesn't even have a reason to wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Except he likes to read the news.
Oh, yeah, chilling out on his deck.
Yeah. But that's not true, because he's got the Danish girl.
Yeah.
Keep showing up.
Yeah, she's from... I knew I recognized her. She was from a comedy duo, female comedy duo, Garfunkel and Oates. You might have heard.
I know she looks familiar, but I can't remember what I saw her off of.
Yeah, Jesus.
But, so he does have prospects. This girl seems to frequent.
Yeah. But before that happens, that's when he's chilling out on his deck, checking out the...
the Coug.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like 50, maybe.
Yeah. Very free.
Oh, yeah, out there playing with her bird naked.
Yeah.
Birds.
She's naked to the waist.
Yeah. Topless, as they say.
That was a callback to from which side? In White Noise.
Yes.
It's like she was naked to the waist.
Yeah.
From what side?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
And then who walks in but Beach Hat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Her and her dog.
Random hot blonde. Yeah.
Like blondes in LA.
Mm-hmm. Very Hollywood-esque.
Yeah.
They're in like a Melrose Place type courtyard.
Yeah. It's actually a lot like Rear View or Rear Window.
Mm.
Kind of how you can look down and it's all the buildings around.
Yeah.
And she's got her music. There's
right away music's going. There's no it's a quick chop to she's sitting there listening to music.
Yeah.
And it's so funny the way the gears shift in that moment where now the topless older lady's like, turn that music down.
Yeah. That's as quiet as it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just fakes turning it.
But there's even so much more to the scene because before Beach Hat shows up, he's sitting there and he's got the binoculars. He's smoking. Mm-hmm. Gets a call from his mom.
Oh, that's right.
And she's saying, what's her name? Gaynor.
Julie. Janet?
Janet Gaynor is one of her movies are playing tonight. And she's from just when they started doing sound in films. Like, she did a couple silent films, and then she was one of the first people to get into sound film. And she was actually in the first Star is Born.
Oh, no way. With Barbara.
Yeah, so that might play into it a little bit.
Barbara. Or Barbara.
Barbara.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of talk of Gaynor throughout this film.
Yeah.
And I think it has something to do with the big message, the big thing.
Yeah.
But
anyway, gets busted nocularing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He has prospects.
Yeah, exactly.
A prospect comes knocking at the door.
Yep.
And man, clapping or whatever the kids call it for a while, that scene. Like the nudities per minute.
Yeah.
Or, for 2018.
Yeah.
Almost unrivaled.
Yeah. And that is a funny scene because that's how they find out that Tony Starks is missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what the fuck was his name? Jefferson.
Yeah. Jefferson. Something Jefferson. They're all Jeffersons. But she really likes it's like an empty room. This is just like, he only has sex in this room. He probably doesn't he sleeps on the couch.
He's got a bunch of guitars kicking around.
But not in that, I found that room, I guess it's pretty messy because he has the notes to the side and stuff like that. But I just pictured it because it's just this blank wall. What made it seem like it was empty is just that big wall and the Nirvana poster up there.
Oh, yeah, definitely very sparse.
Yeah.
But, there's conversation pieces.
Yeah.
That's all there is to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like they have the same name. Yeah. But, she likes his vision of, his version of Nirvana. Just his way of living.
What is this guy's name?
Andrew. Isn't it?
Oh, well, maybe it'll pop up. But it's funny. I don't know if I'm just lapsing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, keep tuning in to find out.
I didn't even ask the question.
Yeah. Just counting claps per minute. How much?
When he cooms, it syncs up
Not
with.
so fun word.
It syncs
Catacombs.
up to. Yeah, when he catacombs, it's synced up with the TV. The mother being like, "Yeah," she's like, "Daddy, come home," or something like that. Can't wait for Daddy to come home.
Ah, nice pairing.
Yeah.
Nice varitals.
And then it goes into his favorite issue of Playboy.
Yeah.
Stole from his old man.
Mm-hmm.
The imagery on that is used a couple times.
Yeah, he comes back to it later.
Yeah.
Makes a few appearances. It's not in vain.
Yeah.
I feel like he uses it to think. Clear his mind for sure.
Yeah. And you also get...
gives you a restart.
He also establishes the comics, which are pretty cool. I thought you probably dug those the Gothic style comics under the Silver Lake.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun scene there. This one with the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the dog killer actually first.
Yeah, but it goes way back. There's like the dude who commits suicide.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, dog killers come up a few times already in it. On the window.
And how he's reading it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing like a grovelly, spooky voice. That's a dog killer. He killed himself.
Yeah. I like when a movie can so seamlessly integrate that kind of stuff into it.
Yeah.
And sorry, I was gonna say something from the DVD extras there.
Yeah, but Phyllis has a good point there. Did she watch the DVD extras too? I think
she did. Yeah.
Why don't you just tell us if you watched the DVD features?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so it was like a set production or whatever.
Yeah.
The cartoon was a bad time to bring it up, but I figured... but I was thinking about how he meets up with the girl right after or whatever, and ends up in this room. And they were just talking about how, like, movies weren't doing sets and stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And, like, a bunch of these things are actual Hollywood, like, style sets.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that comes after the comic.
Yeah. And is that when they go... Because how does she come knock on his door? Or he goes down and gives a dog treat? No, yeah, he goes down to meet the dog. Has the dog treat, lures them in.
Yeah.
Because dogs are just so easy to pay off and bribe, right?
Yeah.
And trained a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The biscuits.
And then she calls him out right away. But it's like so forgiving and being like, "Do you want to?
Yeah, come right in.
Want to get high?"
Yeah.
So it shows like a lot of this, the fantasy world of living in LA. You know what I mean?
I know.
Fall ass backwards
into already. He's having the best day.
Yeah. What did you think about the movie that they're watching?
Some Marilyn Monroe thing.
Yeah.
You know. If you look close, you can see Marilyn Monroe almost everywhere.
But she, did you see the poster of the same movie? And like she has the dolls of this, so this is like a big...
How could I miss it?
And what was it called?
Oh, the movie or whatever?
Yeah.
I did read it, but I can't think of it offhand. Something like that. What?
How to Marry a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what was this guy? He wasn't a millionaire.
Who? Garfield?
Yeah.
Might be a zilchonaire.
Jefferson.
He's a Billy.
So, it's not marry a millionaire. It's what?
Marry a billionaire.
No? Think about All Apologies.
A Nirvana-naire.
Yeah.
A Kurt Cobainian.
Yeah. Not written by Kurt Cobain, but performed by him.
Yeah.
How's that song end? So it's not how to marry a billionaire, it's how to bury a billionaire. which
I already said that.
which I thought. Look at the little bastard.
Oh.
But I thought that was pretty genius.
I didn't know it said that in All Apologies, actually.
Yeah, it's like married, 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 buried at the end or something like that when he fucking ends the song. Yeah.
That's a cool tie-in.
Yeah.
Like, even in this, I know I brought up this production manager, but...
and I put that together just off that scene, and like, later on, I don't know if it was when I watched it the second time, but later on put the connection with Nirvana, because I was like, I didn't even know what song it was.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was like one of the more popular ones, because I knew there was one that had something married, 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 buried. Or I thought it was like Marry Me, Bury Me.
Oh, yeah, no. That wasn't... All Apologies is just one of the unplugged one. I was thinking of Man Who Sold the World. I don't like that one very much.
There's a funny thing on Drink Champs with Dave Chappelle. They're talking about Kanye West, and they're like, Kanye West said...
The nicest boots.
Billionaires don't wear chains. And they're like, only millionaires wear chains. Billionaires don't. And they're like, fuck, I had to tuck my chain in after I heard that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is hilarious. You should watch that, Drink Champs.
Yeah.
It's like the shortest episode ever, but he's just wild in it.
Yeah, it's hard to nail him down for a long one.
Yeah, he was like, Nori was asking them, like, where were you when you heard the Kanye episode of the podcast? And they're like, it's not the... Dave Chappelle's like, it's not the Kennedy assassination. Where were you? I was eating mashed potatoes, I remember.
So cold.
Oh,
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Burr's like that too. How fucking you'll shut someone down.
So everything seems like it's going great. And then the friends come home and take her away.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird with the friends.
Especially with the pirate.
The pirate, yeah. And they're just chilling. And then they say they have a nice good night.
Yeah. With fireworks, nonetheless.
Yeah.
A little late in the season.
How fun.
Leftovers, I guess.
What extra?
The signal. She took it as like a bat signal or something.
I know. She's looking for clues in the stars for sure.
Yeah. She knows that she's being called upon.
Mm-hmm.
She has to hightail it.
Yeah, so he goes to... where's he headed? Grab a quick bite or something?
No, he goes out and sees some thugs messing with some cars.
No, but why he was going to his own car.
Yeah.
And when he realized that there was a genitalia and it looked like it was keyed, but I think it was...
There was something on the handle too.
Yeah, his handle was gooed.
Yeah. Looks like webs, almost.
This is a fun scene, actually. This is be freeing to write, wouldn't it?
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man cleaning up the streets.
Oh my god!
Amazing job at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets webbed for sure.
Yeah, and he's pretty merciless with these kids.
Oh,
and even one's running away, and he just stands there, and you're like, this guy could kill a dog, probably.
Such a fun little fight scene. Smashes the first kid with a fucking straight overhand almost.
Yeah. Like a Spidey move.
Yeah, then his buddy comes to rescue him, gets jammed in the nerds.
Yeah.
After the other kid gets an egg smashed into his mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. That was brutal. That was awesome. Oh, that's what it was on his hand, egg.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
A little bit of yolk.
Yeah, and the kid is a friggin' prick, too. He's pissing on the guy.
Yeah,
you can see the steam coming off of the water.
Well
as
shot.
This kid is fucking taking this leak.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You don't fuck with the man's car, Larry.
Yeah, even if it's a rental.
Yeah.
But what about... So is he on the way to the comic book store? Does it cut to the comic book store next? When he's trying to pay money to... Yeah, I think it does. He goes into the comic.
There's like a slow brooding kind of part. And dead animals.
Yeah, after this, because it's like he goes to the comic book or maybe he's just at home reading the comic under the Silver Lake at this point.
Yeah, he digs it out of somewhere, right?
Yeah. And maybe this is where he's kind of doing the grovelly voice, reading it to himself. And it does go into a dream sequence.
Yeah, and then he encounters... Yeah, he sees the dead animal in the dream and encounters the dog killer.
There's a little doggy for you.
Yeah.
And then you see Beach Hat.
Yeah.
But Beach Hat is a little bit of a two-face in this this dream.
Yeah.
Looks more like the free...
Is that where Sue Ellen Mishke is, too?
What?
Just in the bra there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they do the... I loved the split away. Like, it was so corny. But, like, whatever was on the... Because it wasn't an animal that she was eating, was it? Maybe it was. Supposed to be another dog.
Skunk.
But it goes... Like, one side goes this way, and the other side of the dog goes that way. Like, it's split in half.
Yeah.
And they're just on ropes. It was so hokey that it worked.
It was a yank.
In this dream. It's like something you'd see watching a Freddy Krueger movie. To see how hokey they actually were, but they just work.
Yeah.
And then he wakes up, and the magazine stuck to his hand. Like, is this not Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I think that this is like a continuation of how in No Way Home, Spider-Man everyone had to forget who he was.
Oh.
So now he just moved to LA, and he's like trying to do something else. In this universe, he has a mom that's paying his way.
Jesus. Maybe there is more to it than I thought. Yeah. Fucking, there was that web foreshadowing.
I know. His old buddy comes by. Danny Masterson couldn't take the role, so they got Topher Grace instead to look just like him.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't. They're in the bar.
Yeah. The Crypt Club?
Is that what it is? I can't remember even what they're talking about, but that's what he's established, that he has this friend. It's kind of the one that he goes to, and because he's in it like a couple times.
Fuck. And they play some song.
No, he's telling her about the girl, because he's right away just infatuated with Beach Hat.
Yeah.
And he's talking to him about her. And he goes back, and then they're moved out.
We didn't really... Oh, yeah, She Gone. That's before the friggin' Sue Ellen Mitchke. She Gone. I put that in my notes. Yeah. Come on. She's gone.
Yeah.
He goes... friggin' breaks in.
Yeah. Finds a box. Nothing but a box. Some bum graffiti on the wall.
Yeah.
Can't forget that.
Yeah. But we've already checked out Twin Peaks, so we know what to look for when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we got our bum guide.
Yeah.
But he finds a box with a couple CDs in it. The dolls of the movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
An award, like a trophy of some sort. And one of those things that would sound tired when you turn them on. But then Punky Brewster shows up and takes the box.
Yeah, David Mamet's daughter.
And now...
And he zips out. but he's hot on her tail.
The chase continues.
Like, this scene is pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and like what? This guy is all in.
yeah, he's invested.
He's all in. He's got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Hops on the pedal boat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And when I was watching the extra on the scoring guy, he said that was like one of the more challenging things because he had to do that whole like sequence.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is pretty early on in the movie, but it's very European feeling, or
Always.
what is the style of that? Like this, it's a more up comedic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you see him going. There's something a little uncanny about him.
Yeah, because then you see the then the pirate shows up and like takes a bag and like runs away.
Yeah, from the boats there.
Yeah.
Like, what a spectacle, right?
Yeah,
what's going
exactly.
on with this thing? Why are they doing this?
Yeah. And what's with the land pirate?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else is on boats except for this guy.
I know, and he's in a hurry too. Runs off with this stupid box of junk.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck me.
But curious nonetheless.
Yeah. Is that when they go to the crypto club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where you see Balloon Girl, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and yeah, that sweet band is playing.
Yeah.
This
Jesus.
song that shows up a few times in the movie.
Yeah. Turning teeth.
Yeah. Is that, you mentioned like you were asking me about off air about people in the movie just briefly, if I picked up on someone, and I thought maybe someone in that band. I don't know if that's the band, but it was actually some pop band or rock band or something that recorded this tune.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's later.
Oh, cool.
But Liam McBoyle is in this.
Yeah, is that who it is?
From Sunny fame.
Yeah, I thought he looked. I didn't think it was that.
I don't want to drink your milk, Liam.
Yeah, that's his buddy that shows up a few times, right? He seems so young in this.
Yeah, I know.
Was he anti-aging?
But it's so funny that he's just so greasy.
Taking some of that vulture juice.
Like, it's almost satirical in a sense of, like, just how this is exactly how it is to live in LA, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, especially with these, like, bummy guys that just, like, went out there to do something, but they're just, like, have no work ethic, so they're not actually gonna do it, but they just think that they deserve to do this, and probably it seems like Mummy paid his way. She keeps checking in. There's obviously the
I don't know.
umbilical
She
cord
seems
still...
kind of disassociated. She's like that Requiem for a Dream mama.
I know, but I feel like it's, without a job or anything, how does he even...
Well, he's got a facade for her.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't be getting evicted.
Says he's busy.
Mom was taking care of him.
Yeah. Says he's busy with work.
Yeah.
I don't know what his busy work was before this.
I did like when he says that later on. He's like, why is everyone asking me about work? How's work? Work's good. No, it's just like, he gives him the heebie-jeebies talking about work.
I know he gets to talking to the person, the chick, and they're like, got the record with them, and they run off. No record. Leaves the record, but then has the record again. What am I to make of this?
Yeah, bad continuity.
Is it perplexed?
Yeah.
Markedly perplexed.
I think I know who was working continuity that day. Mm-hmm. Sleeping on the job again.
Yeah. And this friggin' person... Oh.
This is Purgatory. That was the name of this place.
Right.
Because then he gets the pin.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't know what it's for.
Yeah.
But fuck, I didn't write down the name of the song, but somewhere in and about this area, they play a song, but they deliberately don't play the beginning of the song because it kind of like spoils what happens in the song.
Oh, really?
Maybe it was the REM one. Yes, because it was what's the frequency, Kenneth, when he goes bananas dancing.
Yeah.
But this might be at the next spot.
Dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The underbelly.
Yeah. That in the bat cave.
Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Yeah. This is the first time that you see Balloon Girl. But this is when she has the balloons all over and she's doing the dance. Mm-hmm. And he just, it seemed like he was just going to forget about Sarah.
Yeah.
Like after that high-speed chase, he's like, on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
But she does her dance. He's a little fixated on her, and then he finds out what the pin's for. They'll give her a quick pop, and she heads out.
Yeah, he doesn't get to do a pin. He just like ditches his at some point, doesn't he? But are we on the same page here? Is that where we are now, in the Batcave place? Or this is right before that? This is in the first place.
No, this is the first place because you're right. He doesn't use the pin. He does because he just all of a sudden he's in the pool hiding behind the beach ball, and he's listening to the girls talk about Jesus.
Yeah, he is sneaking around there
and follows the girl.
Corners the girl in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Things kind of go downhill for him for a little minute there.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, actually.
Yeah. And all the girls start barking at him.
Yeah, yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. Because there was good continuity there from the dream because she started barking, I'm pretty sure.
That's why the dog killer's out there, because of the barking. Can't stand the barking.
And this is at the party they find out that Beach Hat and her two friends actually died with Jefferson in a blaze of fire.
Yeah. But the mystery is still starting to unfold here.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even really begun. Still searching for the first crumb. And one better not be missing out of this cookie.
Yeah. That was cool. I didn't know what to make of that.
Yeah.
Not a good payoff. This is when he goes and tries to track down the comic book guy. That he wants to meet, the Mulholland guy.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Yeah, the guy...
Because he's who writes the comics.
Yeah, that's who you meet in Winkies.
Yeah. And you see, like, these comics are a bit of a warning.
Right.
To all who are listening. And that's one thing about this movie is that it just seems so, like, he's the only guy that could solve this. Because he just happens to, like, fall into the clue of something that he just has laying around in his room or something like that.
Yeah. Is this where you see graveyard people as well? After the Crypt Club? Because there's a graveyard scene as well where he's talking to the people. The pirate again. Sees the pirate.
No, because... Yeah, that's later on.
All right.
That's just... Because then the Danish girl's back, but now she's a nurse.
Yeah, she's an actress. She's a struggling actress.
Yeah, she's reading the comic to him. I'm pretty sure. And then this is when he has the monologue about, the media. Hidden messages in the media. He's already...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's already got some game.
Yeah, we were just talking about damn hidden messages.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. And this is before, the messages, the hidden stuff even starts popping up. He's already onto this conspiracy.
Oh, he's like in the simulation for sure.
Yeah.
Life revolves around him. He's finding a lot for himself to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just easier to try to help someone else than help yourself.
Hell,
So then
true.
he pretty easily actually gets a hold of the comic book guy.
Yeah.
Calls him that
sweat
night.
at all.
Goes over to his place. And boy, the faces. All the faces. What'd you think about that?
Up on the wall?
Yeah.
Remind us of Friends.
I
Surrounded by friends' faces on the wall.
Yeah. And when later on they were like rub James Dean's head.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like, oh, you got to go back to this guy's house. There's something around the face on the wall.
Mm.
But no, I was wrong.
No, lots of red herrings.
Yeah. And then he starts talking about the owl lady, which is pretty creepy. This is a pretty powerful scene too, because not only does he have this is where he gets the bum guide, but there's that crazy part about
but before that, like
sex and advertisement.
You're missing the whole part where he friggin' takes the cookie and stuff, because it's not till after that he comes across the bum king.
No, it's coming up.
He freaks out on how much cookie he ate.
No, I know that.
Ends up in a...
Because he's at the guy's place, and they have that huge part about sex and advertisement. And they're showing like the girls with the smoke or the lipstick going to the mouth, like fellatio or something like that, and all the words. This is gonna blow your mind. This is gonna
Spacios.
And then he gets the map, or he gives them the cereal.
Yeah.
Gives them the cereal. He heads out. He hangs out with Topher again, doing the drone, spying on the model, crying as she's taking her shirt off. Super creepy. And then he goes to the party with the cookie. So he had to get that.
So it wasn't. Sorry. So it wasn't the same night?
No, it is. It's leading up to it. It's all the same day. Because he even says to her, I liked your dance yesterday. So this is only 2 days that happened.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah.
3. But, so he goes... Because the thing with Topher Grace... Oh, no. Okay. This is how it works. All this is getting edited down. He goes, hangs out with Topher Grace, does the drone thing. They're drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon, which I liked. And then that's when they do the graveyard.
Yeah.
And they're watching the movie in the graveyard, and he sees the actresses and goes and talks to them. And it's the girl from White Lotus, the shooting stars. And then, like you said, so now we're getting back we're on the same page, because that's where you see the pirate again in the limo that they get into.
Yeah. And they're laying on the Hitchcock gravestone.
Yeah.
And that was a real one, too. They found that in there. It's not Alfred's, but they found this actual gravestone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? That's not actually Alfred's?
Yeah, that's not his. But in the Janet Gaynor one, there's also that one there. Yeah. But that's a mock-up. They made that one.
Yeah.
But the other one was just fucking happenstance.
What's funny is because I thought this might have been it. But there's actually a cemetery called the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. And that's where Gaynor is buried.
Yeah.
Also, Hitchcock's probably there, too. Mm-hmm. But they didn't have access to actually go in there and film. And then after that, that's when he goes to the party and eats the cookie. Doesn't just take a bite.
No.
This guy's
the whole thing.
This guy's all in.
That's a huge risk, though.
This guy's
he was probably hungry, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think he tried to do it to be a prick. To the security guard. Take a bite? Oh, I'll take the whole thing. It's just a cookie. Harmless. Goes in, and this is when they start talking about secret messages. Well, I guess the comic book guy did too. But they're like,
driving the point home.
Something about, and they're like, Jesus wouldn't put a message inside of a message. Why would he do that?
Yeah. It's exactly what's happening here, though. Exactly.
Yeah. And the Brides of Dracula are in on it.
Yeah. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Jesus and the Brides of Dracula.
Yeah, that's what it was. You had to keep reading it, I think. But yeah, that's when they play this song. That's when they play What's the Frequency, Kenneth? Which is a great REM song. About, I think it's Dan Rather or something. He got attacked, and that's what the crazy person said as he was attacking him. What's the frequency, Kenneth? What's the frequency, Kenneth? I don't know if he actually like kicked the rat bastard shit out of him, but you know, for this to happen to a super famous news anchor
that's crazy.
at the time.
Yeah. It seems like because he sees Balloon Girl, goes up to her.
Yeah.
Right away. Yeah, plays the whole show a picture of your ex.
Yeah.
Try to get some.
Yeah, you know, this place is going to be a friggin' meat freezer next time you see it.
Yeah, exactly. And
the floor was all sawdust.
At first, it seems like, you know, he asks her a question about her because she's like, oh, I've seen her. And then he asks, do you know what happened to her? And she's like, let's go downstairs. So it seems like, okay, I'm just going to distract him. But she does
prospects.
She does keep talking about her, saying that I never got to talk to her. She was like an art exhibit kind of thing in a glass box.
I know, it really adds to the intrigue of this girl.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
she's a
interesting
shooting star as well. And yeah, the music starts playing. And he wants her to dance, and she goes, I don't even know this song. It's like, you can't dance to a song you don't know? And then I stand corrected because he can't dance to a song he does know. And this proves my point. This is Spider-Man 3 with the shitty dance montage.
Oy.
The parallels.
Yeah.
It's getting sticky.
Yeah, need the anti-venom. This thing's gonna die, this whole franchise.
Topher.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can save this.
Eddie!
And just as she says those words he was waiting to hear.
Yeah.
We should fuck!
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you when that happened?
Yeah.
Things are going well again.
Yeah.
With the going bad.
Yeah, exactly. Getting tough.
Yeah.
It's just getting worse.
Yeah. High speed chase through the graveyard.
Yeah, and he gets out, and it turns into the Wire scene because, fuck.
And dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he wakes up and his mom is going on about the. Isn't that when she brings up the Janet Gaynor and then you see the gravestone?
Yeah.
He's like, just sees it. And then there's like old people walking around in the graveyard and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, at nighttime.
Yeah, I can see clearly now. That sign was up there, that billboard.
Oh, yeah, his ex-girlfriend. Yeah. And then he figures that he does his best detective work while baiting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's when he clears his mind.
Yeah.
Finally gets another run at
Trying
that Playboy, yeah.
But then he thinks. This guy's a thinker. He says, you know what? I
could be an architect.
If I hire someone to do some of this work for me, I can double my productivity.
Delegate.
So he calls the shooting star press. See, there's a couple familiar faces on the ad.
Yeah, the short red-haired one.
Yeah, because who's the other one from White Lotus? Sweetie?
Yeah.
Sweetie?
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Something,
Been a couple of months.
Something Sweetie? She's also in something else. She was in Euphoria, but we just watched the pilot episode. Yeah, but then short hair comes over. And, tells what the shooting stars are all about.
Yeah.
What about that?
Good slow drip of info.
Yeah.
You find out about, oh, yeah, you can have this person who was nominated for an Emmy as a call girl.
Yeah. You can go down on a Nick girl.
Yeah. Fuck. It does sound appealing. I mean...
You're a patron of the arts.
There's a few shooting stars.
I love that.
A few stars I would shoot for.
Yeah. I love that. You're a patron of the arts, and I'm here for you. And then she just is like, makes herself at home, goes and gets some pizza. Like, I'm going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
Sees the picture up on the fridge. Beach Hat made the fridge.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know her.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she's the one who said that she saw her in the glass.
Maybe.
Not sure. Phyllis?
One of them says.
Yeah, see? Yeah, it was her.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe it was Balloon Girl. Maybe Phyllis is wrong. Because the information that you get out of Short Hair is about the party in the neighborhood. They had the whole neighborhood to themselves.
Right.
And there was just that one house that you weren't allowed to go to. And that's the information you get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
A songwriter of sorts.
Right.
And so what do you think of the movie at this point? Like, you're digging it?
Yeah.
You're invested?
Yeah. Gets hit up with a skunk somewhere here, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Encounters the wrong end of the skunk.
I think they're the first people to call him out at the gravesite. Because that's funny that he keeps walking in. Actually, it's earlier because he's walking down the road and beware of the dog killers on the road.
Yeah.
And people call him out as there's like movie auditions in a storage unit. Seemed really crazy. Yeah. Like, I was like, do they do that in LA?
He's got a literal stink on him out there.
Yeah. Not hard to be on his trail.
No.
Being followed. I'm sure. He's being watched.
It follows, as they say.
That was a director pull.
Could
that was
be.
A direct pull. So he pays her off, kicks her out.
And he does have a couple shekels kicking around. Because he did pay for a drink.
Yeah, he paid for Balloon Girl's drink earlier on, yeah.
So he's just not allocating the money into the correct areas.
Yeah, he's buying comics.
What little money he has.
And so does he... I don't even know. He must pay her, but I don't even know if he does anything with her. It's implied?
This... Probably.
I can't remember if it cuts to her eating pizza or it's all one scene. Because it all is... They just stay on that couch the whole time.
Yeah.
But then he gets right to business after. Pleasure before business, this guy. Seems to be that way.
All right, yeah, no. I mean,
this
is the journey he's on.
Yeah, how does this guy come up with this? Because this is how it plays out. He's playing guitar, singing the song, the Jesus song. The teeth song, Turning Teeth. And so I don't know if this guy's like a aspiring musician. He really likes, he has all these movie posters if he wants to be a writer or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't really say what he actually wants to do.
The Black Lagoon.
Yeah, Psycho.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that's where he has his blonde fixation with blondes. There's even like that another dream sequence where she's in the pool and she's playing like the classic like ditzy blonde, like can't even get out of the pool, like she's trying to get her leg up,
right?
Kind of splashing around,
and
very like
and the way that's shot on that angle too. Yeah, I know what you're saying. She's got kind of short hair too.
Yes, kind of like how Marilyn Monroe would be played in a movie.
Yeah,
and then she starts barking. But yeah, he's singing the song, and then all of a sudden he's like, I should do this weird number thing where he writes down lyrics, counts the letters, and then goes to the back of the album and counts the letters in to get counts the numbers in to get letters, and writes it down, and it becomes rub Dean's head, weight under Newton. And it just seems like, how could anyone figure this out? Like, is this guy supposed to be special or something? Like, this whole discovery that he's coming up with is just laid out there for whoever can figure it out. Like, if it wasn't him, it was someone else that figured this out, they could go meet up with the Sugar Bum Fairy.
Anyone could.
Strange, eh? It's just like a matter of circumstance. It's not even like it's him that's doing this detective work to find this girl anymore. It's just this wild goose chase that anyone can sign up for.
Yeah, is he ever present? Always looking for someone?
Yeah.
Because
is he the first person to crack this code?
The homeless king is keen to take him on a little trip, though.
Yeah. So it's funny because this is when I thought he was going to go to the comic book guy. Because I thought he had the faces. He'd rub it up on the wall or something like that. But then he's like, oh yeah, the monuments in Hollywood that he goes up to, James Dean. Because he's listing off Dean Martin, Dean this guy, Dean that guy, James Dean.
Yeah. Goes
up there.
Then sit under, there's Galileo there. And then he makes it to Newton.
Sir Isaac.
Yeah.
And the Bum King, what's his name? The Hobo
King?
The Hobo King.
Yeah.
And this guy spits some gospel on his way.
Oh, yeah. Going down. It's a deeper and
it's
deeper
not just
underground.
coyote piss with this guy.
Yeah, this coyote shot. So there's that scene where they like walk through and the coyote's there eating the garbage.
Yep.
You think this was one of those like shot in two things, or do you think he was out there by the coyote? Because for some reason, I kind of felt like that was one of those trick shots where you just have it locked off.
This wasn't in the special features, was it?
It wasn't.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know why I got that vibe.
It did seem kind of like, looking back on the shot, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Because, like, also, isn't it like the family at the picnic bench singing Happy Birthday? Around that same time is really funny.
Maybe. I didn't put that in the notes.
But I can see what you mean.
Yeah.
Maybe that was. But I'm sure they just have this trained coyote. They're not all wild.
Aren't they?
But I think there's a lot to say.
Undomesticatable?
He talks.
Some of them are probably cute. You look that up on YouTube, you can probably see them giving kisses.
Yeah, exactly. You pay coyote enough ducats, he'll do anything for you.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, the way that they balance the puzzles of this, where it's like a good amount of lag work and like a reward that really seems to push the story along into new territory, at least.
Yeah.
These breaks in the case, but, it's kind of funneled along.
Yeah.
But you don't want to feel too funneled along.
Yeah, no, exactly. It still has that meander, like you were saying. Especially because of the character. Like, it getting so deep, and it's like, what is your investment into this? Like, you can see that this guy's whole world's crashing around him. Mm-hmm. And he's just so invested in this fucking thing.
Yeah. It's a tough balance.
Yeah, and that's
Look who couldn't do it.
We even were told, like, the more interesting noirs are the ones where it's not a detective, it's just like a normal everyday person.
True enough.
That gets caught in the mix and starts doing his own detective work. So there is a silver lining in that.
Yeah, feels like a very literal Big Lebowski meets Inherent Vice meets Lynch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with that Mulholland guy showing up.
Oh yeah, of course.
So the sugar bum fairy,
The bum shelter.
yeah, brings him down to the catacombs, and just tells him to walk. Leaves him there. Says, "I'm going one way, you're going the other."
Yeah.
And
he just goes, and bam, bomb shelter.
Bomb shelter.
But he doesn't realize it right away. He's kind of looking around this odd bunch of set pieces, and
4 sinks, eh? So it's always like a set of 4 that goes away. 1 guy, 3 girls.
Yeah.
Seems.
Yeah. And the production, whatever, set decorator guy, he was showing, or it showed, like the scene with all the boxes and stuff. One of the rooms he went into is an example of the type of sets you don't see anymore.
Yeah, that's true. It was a good aesthetic to have the plastic over everything. I liked how it ends up just being right under a grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
He goes up and he's in the fridge. And he's just like, drink some milk. Said I don't want your milk, Liam.
Yeah. And it was right around this point where I realized what was uncanny is about this guy as he's going. Doesn't move his arms when he walks.
No way. It's ridiculous.
You believe that?
What kind of psychopath would do that?
You're telling me. Maybe some Hollywood icons would, but I wouldn't think he would.
Yeah, he's got the Raquel Welch going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that's when he gets to slip into that place. After the police were there.
Yeah. Killed himself.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're thinking. Isn't this where he finds the found footage?
Yeah, because he goes into that little
hole.
The hidden place that Buddy gets the cereal out of for him. So he goes in there, and there's some CCTV going on. And he sees the owl lady exists.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, walking around naked, killing.
Yeah. Which is like the only part, I don't know if there's even a payoff of it. He's just one of those, this is where the lynch comes in that you're talking about, I guess.
It feels very specifically like that rabbits thing, if you ever saw it. Or clips of it.
What? Rabbits thing?
Yeah, it's like, it almost feels like security footage, but it's in the house of these characters and they're rabbits.
I don't know.
They're dressed like rabbits.
But I'm kind of looking like, is this Balloon Girl? Like, I was wondering how this is going to pay off. The owl lady. Was she just called the owl lady? Pretty sure.
Probably. That's her most defining feature, except for her perky.
Or what about her bushy? Okay, he's dead. She did it. And then that's when he's like, I have to talk to Jesus right now over the phone to Liam. And he's like, I got to talk to Jesus. He's like, well, where are you now? I'm coming to pick you up. Let's go. Can you play chess? No. Perfect.
Yeah. You're getting a real small town feel overall by this point. Yeah. Because everywhere this guy's going, all these same folks are kicking around.
Yeah, I know. But it's like the high society. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, only in L.A. Yeah, we'll get to that later. But it's, because, like, what do you think about this party? Pretty cool, eh? Like, there's just the look of this, and props to your set designer.
Yeah.
Because
he said there were so many little layers. And
that's when he starts seeing everyone that he's met over the days.
Yeah. He's not very good at chess, apparently.
No. Yeah, it's funny. Like, Buddy's like really into it. He's like, "Oh, do you sure you want to do that? That's a terrible move." He's just looking around. He sees Balloon Girl. He sees the shooting stars.
Yeah.
He sees Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus got to go take a deuce.
Oh my God! Kicks the shit out of him.
Even Jesus poops, right? I don't know if the shape of the poop was supposed to mean something.
Yeah, gives up the goat on fucking Santa song.
Yeah. He's got him in that weird wrist thing, too.
I just sing the songs, man.
Yeah. Oh, why do you gotta be so mean?
What did you write on? I wrote on this, in this, in this, in...
Ow, why are you hitting me? Like, he wasn't Swedish, like, but after watching it the first time, I just pictured him with a Swedish accent. But it was funny that he's like, oh, I wrote most of the songs. I just was given these songs. Which songs? And he lists off a couple, and they're like, what, all the hits? He's like, oh, don't say it. That's mean. Every single hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just comes out after, beating up, seems to be the most famous guy at all these parties. Goes over to the girls and says, let's take a walk.
Yeah. You want to show me where it is? And then right away, out on hitting the streets.
Yeah.
Quick.
And I love that. They're ganged up. I wanted this to kind of go a little further. I like this group, especially with the one guy and 3 girls. It's like, this movie could have took another route, and now they're trying to get in there. That's how all these
guys roll.
Yeah.
Especially the ones that live underground.
But that's the closest he came to immortality, we could say. But this is when my favorite line of the whole movie comes in. And it's almost like Balloon Girl doesn't want him to know that she's a shooting star, because he goes, how do you guys know each other? And she's like, oh, we're roommates. Yeah. And then the short-haired girl...
Yeah, right away.
We work together.
Yeah. Oh, you're a shooting star?
So I don't know if they're battling over him almost, or whatever is going on there. Almost like a triangle has been formed. Yeah. But he goes, oh, you're a shooting star? Do you remember what she says? My favorite line of the whole movie. I actually laughed out loud.
Nah.
Because a shooting star has to be someone that's, been in a movie or something like that.
Oh, she said I was on a soap opera.
From the age to 5... I was in a soap opera from the ages to 5 to 6 months.
That's horrific.
Yeah.
I thought...
Isn't that weird? Is that for, like, the weirdos that are like... You want to bang that baby from 20 years ago in that show?
Jesus hell. I thought she said she was on a soap opera for 5 or 6 months.
I swear. She said... We got to look it up. Second time I heard the same thing.
Jesus Dracula. God damn.
I was on a soap opera between the ages of 5 and 6 months. It says it so casually, holding a balloon.
Yeah, so they drop him off on the doorstep pretty much.
Conveniently, it's like, okay, you got to go to this trash can.
Yeah.
Hop on that, get up there, and walk to the land of Oz, it seems, where he's like walking up to this massive hill. Like they said, it's like Gatsby is closest thing too, I guess.
Yeah.
And
so.
But it seems like otherworldly, like the Chocolate Factory or something like that he's walking up to.
Mm-hmm. And actually, in the extras, they mentioned this house, and they were trying to get some other place, and they didn't lock this down till like right before they had to shoot the scene pretty much. And basically they had to repaint the wall with the actual songwriter in it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because it was this gross purple or something.
That's funny. I don't know. I looked at that like it was almost a CG house or something like that. No. Like an AI built it.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
And
this whole scene is
and it seems
really out of place in a way.
I know, and it kind of reminded me of Wizard of Oz. Like
he definitely found the wizard.
The field that you have to fall asleep, that they fall asleep in or something like that. It's like the last step before you get to land. It just seemed like, I don't even know how long the scene was, but you could almost feel how long it took him to walk to that house.
Yeah. This is like a drop the mic moment for whoever is playing the songwriter. Did you figure, is this who it is?
Well, that's a dud. That was quick.
Cough was.
So you really felt, how far you walked up there. Or what did you say? You were saying something after that there.
Oh, yeah, I was asking if the cameo was...
Oh.
Like, who the fuck played this songwriter guy?
Who knows? I wish I looked it up.
Yeah.
But it's funny that, like...
Because it looks like tons of makeup. Like, it's probably someone super famous or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of that Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder kind of thing.
And
I bet. That's where my money's is.
At first I was like, it's actually 2018's Sexiest Man Alive under there.
I'm going to look this up. It's probably friggin' Chris Hemsworth or something.
And at first I was like, why would they use a prosthetic for this guy? It's like, oh yeah, Rodney Dangerfield's dead. Because they needed like the ugliest man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Jesus, they all talk about how sexy Jesus is, and all these song performers are based a lot more on their looks almost than their sound.
I get no respect. Yeah. I'm the only guy who gets pulled over for mooning.
And he's like, yeah.
Or for his face.
But yeah, I thought that was great that this is like the most grotesque man ever that's behind all this stuff. And what a powerful shot, the way that he's just like playing all these jingles throughout it. He's like, I wrote this one, and it's Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And then he goes into Cheers.
Yeah. Earth Angel.
Earth Angel.
Your grandmother listened to me. Your kids will listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm the one who... Fuck, man.
I'm the one you rebelled to as a teenager. And then, he really brought it home when he starts playing Teen Spirit.
Yeah. After he asks him, he's like...
Is that
saying he's got all these trinkets from everybody.
Yeah.
Doesn't know even where he got half the shit. Yeah. No, is that Kurt Cobain's guitar? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Maybe. He's like, yeah. And he's like, I just write these songs for a little bit of money. He's like, but you already have everything.
Yeah, this guy who played him is not super famous, but he is in some stuff.
Is he a looker?
Nah, you better stick with the prosthetic.
It's actually a plus.
Yeah. It's done him some favors, all of this gook.
But yeah, when he plays It Smells Like Teen Spirit, you see we still don't have a name for this guy, but his heart breaks. Should you look up the name when it's right in front of you, or just go with Andrew?
Oh, I found it. I'm going to save it for the end.
Okay, cool. So Andrew's heart breaks when he hears the Teen Spirit, knowing that Kurt Cobain didn't even write that song.
No.
But then he goes into what song?
I thought after Smells Like Teen Spirit?
Yeah.
I know he had a chance. He got his...
The Pixies.
Oh, Where's My Mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that song hit.
It's Fight Club
I love that during the last little dialogue that they had there before guns go a-blazing.
Guitars go a-blazing.
Guitars go a-blazing.
Yeah. Fucking goes Townsend on it.
Yeah. But I think that's why they chose to do the prosthetic, is to make the
effect,
the big boom,
pay
off a little bit better.
The Gallagher fucking watermelon splash.
Yeah, I think it would have been a little hokey without the prosthetic. I think the prosthetic helped that a lot for the old cake smash there.
All right, so it's an economical, adds to the feasibility of the whole dang thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of a gory scene for this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the goriest part of it, for sure. Covered in blood.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was going to be a shift in into this territory for the movie when it hit that scene.
Now I just gotta go kill some dogs.
Yeah. You know, he can be a little conceited at times, that guy.
And it cuts to Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, yeah. And before he gets his head smashed, the way he's like keeps turning the dagger or whatever, he's like, I wrote it on piano.
Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's no rebellion.
Fuck.
Oh, and I Love Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
He played that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Where's My Mind? Yeah, so it's Finch, Lynch, Cohen, PTA.
A little bit of that McDonough guy.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
I'm pretty sure Topher Grace's house in this is the same house in Seven Psychopaths that Tom Waits is waiting.
I thought it was going to be Tom Waits, the songwriter, when they were showing him from the fucking Steinbrenner shot.
All right, well, cheers to that, you bastard.
Ah. Hey, Georgie. Oh, and yeah, he was shooting at him, too.
Yeah.
He just starts shooting at him.
Yeah.
I forgot before he beats his brains out.
And he's even doing like the behind stuff and stuff's getting shot in front of him.
But oh yeah, he deserved it as fuck. He starts shooting at him.
Yeah.
He's just like mid conversation. He's like, yeah, I'm done talking about him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like damn Nathan on a podcast.
Yeah. What was that boy thinking?
Yeah.
Lucky that I had the protector there.
Yeah. So it was a little bit ham, but he gets that gun. Finally gets a gun.
Yeah, he keeps it.
Yeah.
A little keepsake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stole my childhood, I'll steal your gun. Should have took the guitar too.
Well, it's evidence.
Evidence, yeah. Should have took another one.
It's incriminating.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do anything incriminating.
At this point, all those guitars are the same, aren't they? Yeah, so Body Snatchers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Body Snatchers.
The original, OG. And what rhymes with OG?
OC.
Coyote.
Yo, Coyote's back. Yeah.
Thinks, oh yeah, didn't the Sugar Bum Fairy tell me to follow any coyote I see?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I got nothing to do.
Let's go.
I'm not going to like try to better myself at all. Why don't I just, let's go follow the coyote.
Oh, you know what? I'll drop his name right now.
Do it.
This is the Summer of Sam.
Count it. I wish I had some coffee, buddy.
Mine's frigid.
You want to pour me a little bit?
You do not want this, but yeah, I'll give you some.
Just for cheersing purposes. Watch the shirt. Watch the
Look,
shirt.
For all the people that don't believe it's coffee.
Yeah. Don't believe me, just
Because
watch.
we're a little bit too sozzled to be talking. Our relevance is
Kahlua.
slippered.
Kahlua. I owe you two. He follows that coyote to a party. Even the coyote's more
profitable.
famous. Even the coyote's doing better than him in L.A. Goes in, runs into his old girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in his boxers too. He goes to this party.
Oh yeah, it makes good for the dichotomy of the next scene we see.
When he goes and meets Jefferson's
Yeah.
daddy.
Yeah.
Daughter.
Yeah. Links up with her. And
Looking at a painting. Painted by one Janet Gaynor.
Ah,
This girl's
enough
all over the
about
place. I know. What the fuck? A Star is Born.
right. So they're shooting the shit. He gives her some details. She wants to know. So they go for a little hike.
Yeah. Down to the...
Little hand holding.
Yeah.
him looking poor. She's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And just to nail the point home, really reinforce the whole thing against hurricane season. Yeah, it comes across that bum.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot like you.
This bum has no status. He's not part of the royal family or anything like that. He's just obnoxious bully.
Yeah.
They're bullies.
An intensity battle.
Do you think he's just scared of one day being homeless? That's why he hates the homeless people?
Well, I think that's a very real fear for this guy. Probably feels it coming down the pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's weird? Him going on that tirade about the homeless. I saw a clip on YouTube of the other day of Jack Osborne going around with some guy in LA, and he's like telling him about all the places. He said there's like north of 75,000 homeless, and he's like, I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna show you all these homeless things. And he goes down this one road, and there's like 5 or 6 RVs, and he's like, all of that's pretty clean right now, but this, I'm gonna take you to another place. And then they go by this other spot, and there's another RV, and it's got like a tarp over it and stuff. He's like, yeah, this guy's they get these notices that they have to move, but the people that own the building's got to do it, and it's got to go through like, you know, a week or two of damn bureaucracy before they send someone out, and then they just like move halfway up the block.
Yeah.
Seems like a real cheap way to stay in LA, though. But he said that he won't even let his kids like go out on the doorstep anymore.
No, really?
Yeah, no leaving the house whatsoever.
Well, if you get tied into one of these webs. Yeah, you can't even go for a swim.
Oh, anyway.
Can't even go for a swim.
He also said that the word homeless was problematic now. So.
What are you supposed to call them? Probably not them.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's hot out there.
I think he actually did say what you're supposed to say, but I forget.
You can't even swim in Silver Lake without getting shot at.
Oh, yeah, during the skinny dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes out for the skinny dip. And what a shot that is, actually.
How she dies?
Yeah, in the water.
Look familiar?
Yeah.
That was on the front page of his favorite Playboy.
Mm.
The exact same way. Underwater.
Interesting
upside down.
match.
Cupping.
Yeah. But even like that hole in her.
Yeah.
It was very interesting the way it looked.
And the blood came up and covered the rest of her.
Yeah.
You only saw what they wanted you to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, it was a great shot. Like, you can imagine once they get that in the can. Oh.
And they were supposed to be so deep underwater because he's doing this, and then he just does a Spider-Man, like, up to the top.
Well, as is M.O.
But she gives him a bracelet that has a cipher on it.
Mm-hmm. But forensically, this could all be a problem, right?
Trojan horse. It could all be a problem indeed.
Yeah. Fuck chess. She was just shot in the chest.
Yeah. Queen down. Stole his queen.
Sunken chest.
Is that chessmate?
Nintendo power.
And exactly, like, okay, so
he goes from this happens at night, he wakes up, just sees that the Nintendo power matches the letters that he's been looking for now.
Yeah. And he's messing with the chessboard, and you know, when he finds the what's MPM stand for, and then it just so happens to have all these magazines. Like, what if someone else got this far but didn't have those magazines? How is it just like so catered to this one person to figure this all out?
This game is catered to him.
It's almost like
He's Michael
as hard as it
Douglas.
seems, it's almost too easy. The way that it's
That's
just
some of the funnel.
coming together for him.
But an interesting thing that was remarked upon in the extras was that, like, this is real. This is a real map
Yeah.
in the magazine.
Yeah.
And, like, they went through, like, great lengths to make it so this, like, overlay worked or something.
Yeah, it was
like-
pretty cool.
Like, I don't know if that was
But even
real as well.
The
Or...
comic book guy says that the map in the serial is to scale of Hollywood. But yeah, that was a nice shot how he finds the map in the comic and then lays them together.
Yeah. And, yeah, everything's coming up Millhouse here. Yeah, this overlay. Talk about story of the movie. This guy is fucking getting overlaid for sure.
Yeah, no. Seriously. Definitely getting overlaid.
Yeah, you want layers. No satellite image available.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's funny. What
Yeah,
the
let me
fuck?
check the hobo guide right quick. Once he...
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's when he gets to the
Not a
place.
safe place.
Yeah,
And he goes up.
that was fun
and-
too.
Love to... Someone's got to put a step counter on this guy.
Yeah,
You know, no wonder he's so skinny.
yeah. But there's no Van Buren boys. We got the Jefferson Sevens going on here.
But who's in there? Any familiar faces?
This must be where it is.
His name starts with Duncan.
Duncan.
Duncan Meyer.
Fuck me. That's where I recognize that dude.
Yeah,
from.
you went to high school with him.
Lord fucking Pete.
They call him second place.
What? Fuck this whole journey's catered to you. This is like your Silver Lake right here.
And I'm out.
That's so funny because fuck me. God damn. Talk about ascended.
Oh yeah, man. I got that one.
She was here.
Lois.
Was.
Yeah.
Nah, me.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get her on the phone.
So
Fucking Duncan Meyer.
So what do you think of these people? They're all dressed like gods now. Dressed like immortals. Maybe
You dress like an immortal.
like gods. Togas. They even got pictures of. They got pictures of Jefferson and his angels. They're all wearing togas.
Yeah, well, where are these immortals now? All the ones that have existed.
Then the bunkus.
Bomb shelters?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really piece together that they're probably in, you know, a bomb shelter just close by somewhere.
Yeah. But they do say something about they're down there for 6 weeks and then they ascend. So there is demise somewheres.
Yeah.
It's kind of a contradiction, but you know what I mean. Something must happen. The gas comes into play, or they even got some knockout tea there.
Jeez. This gonna be a Waco or a Jones or a Harold Camping pawing at condensed milk.
Yeah.
2012 circa.
And he finds out, you know, that everything was for nothing. That she's faked her death. She's in the shelter.
Well, actually, when she was on the phone, because of the way that the sets were done, like the one in her background there, I almost thought AI was going to come into this somehow. Like, it was almost like a green screen, but it was... it was very intentionally done. And
it
also...
seemed like almost like sci-fi from her end or something. There was something kind of uncanny just about that shot of her. Almost like in Pleasantville or something like that.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, it was weird.
You think I made a mistake?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, and you can see the walls outside of it too, like whatever where they're cemented in.
Yeah.
So that really, yeah, it was an interesting shot. And there was that weird like the wildcat or whatever statue.
Yeah.
And
Jaguar or something.
Jaguar, yeah. It was so oddly in frame.
Yeah.
It made it look green screen or something. Like
Yeah,
there's just
exactly.
random shit put in.
Yeah. And can't get out now. Might as well make the most of it.
Yeah.
And I like that he calls
It's a
him
tender moment.
Yeah.
It's really his most like charming moment where you see that emotion on his face where he's getting some kind of resolution, although he's like horrified about what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, there's so much to be said about the sadness of her being basically gone forever, yet you can still talk to her.
And she kind of has like a brainwashed kind of vibe.
A little bit.
She's but her true self coming through, like there's just the one tear, but it doesn't seem like she's crying, but there's just a tear that comes down.
Yeah. It was like her body's reacting and she isn't mentally.
Yeah, exactly. And then to throw, salt in the wound, he gets called the shitty sawdust-filled rabbit. Like, what's that about?
He hasn't had that kind of verbal abuse since after his tirade there with the bum.
And Duncan spits some gospel to him.
Yeah. It's an all is one moment.
Yeah. And he talks about, what's his prize? What's he get? What are you doing this for, man? Basically saying, like, this guy never had a chance. He's not a coyote, he's a dog.
Fuck me.
He's trained to sit and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to make it. He really, throws some classicism.
Is that why he has 2 dog biscuits?
Yeah, exactly. I think that would have been so. Yeah, and this is where they have the tea that they sip, and it puts them to sleep.
Right.
And then he wakes up chained from the bum.
Yeah.
And the bum has the biscuits.
Yeah.
I totally think he should have just started eating them rather than putting them in his pocket.
He's so intense about it.
I know, but that would have been, the cherry on the cake, cherry on top of this one scene. If he just started eating them.
Because he forgives him.
Yeah. How couldn't you?
But why was he so mad about the dog biscuits? Like, I know it gave the opportunity for young Sam to...
I think he was maybe pointing at that he was the dog killer.
Oh. Duh. I guess it hadn't come up for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like a lure to kill dogs.
Yeah.
You don't need dog biscuits to kill dogs.
It helps.
It does help. Fucking, what kind of psychopath kills a dog? The 7th one?
I loved how he's like, I don't know. We might kill you. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, it's pretty cavalier.
Just lets him go.
Yeah, don't mention this. And then finally, he can fucking stop chasing them coyotes and start jamming the cougar as a victory lap.
Oh, yeah. No, and the beautiful part of this is that, like, all this mindless, pointless shit that he just went throughout this whole movie. And he's like, don't you just wonder what that bird sang? And she's like, meh. I did, but
yeah,
I don't really care that much because I'm just, got shit to do.
Yeah, got a life here, not aimless.
Yeah. And once again goes out onto the balcony and he's seeing because now the stay quiet's in his apartment.
Oh yeah.
And he sees the landlord and the security go in, and the music is just like villainous. Burr, 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 as he's sitting there topless. Ding 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 ding. It's like, was he the dog killer? Or is L.A. the dog killer?
I live here with the birds now.
Are we the dogs?
He's about to become the bird killer. Gonna expand his portfolio.
Pour a bucket of water on them. Ruin the pageant. Yeah, so do you think there was a dog killer, or
is it the biggest red herring of this whole movie?
I took it as this city will just. I told you this city would chew you up. Yeah, it's not cut for everyone.
Certainly not.
I think the coyotes can make it in the wild, but all these dogs trained. They're just trained to stay where they are. Just like this guy, he was supposed to be too narcissistic for his own good and just think, I'm supposed to be out here. I'm meant to do this without even like attempting to do anything. You didn't get to see that guy do one thing to try to better himself.
But nevertheless, a very fun, weird, and interesting story.
Yeah.
That really prioritized fun and doing interesting things over, having any other kind of moral.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think he was part of the film industry? Like that's what he was trying to do, or was he a musician? Because you got the girls that are like literally selling their bodies to be in the industry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's all them tropes.
The LA underbelly.
Yeah. Typical stuff. Less than zero.
Only in LA could someone like this like get into all these parties and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It seems like he just, how does he just sneak into all these things? He never gets kicked out. Everyone's just allowed in.
Yeah, it's one of the more raddest type of LA live movies.
It's the only place where the dogs can piss in the same park as the coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah, coyotes play a big part in it. Wonder if it had anything to do. Like, there's only those 2 reported coyote deaths, the one here and the one there. If we want to connect ourselves to it in a horrific way.
And where was this?
Cape Breton and California are the only reported coyote deaths.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's 2.
It's not that big of a world after all. Yeah. And I think also with the faces, when the guy was talking about all the faces, like these people are meant to be remembered.
Herostratus.
Yeah, it's the same thing with these people in the bunkers. These high societies that's how they're reaching their immortality, is through their work and stuff like that. With this guy, who has the fantasy of the LA lifestyle, is just, he's not cut out. It almost like sounds like Beverly Hills from Weezer should have started playing here.
Come over this fucking table. What the fuck, man?
Just saying.
Jesus Christ. Phyllis, can you tear a strip off this motherfucker right now?
And what do you think?
Gee. Beverly Hills.
Yeah, exactly.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah. No one cares about the Uncle Bens of the world. Huh? No one cares about the Uncle Bens of the world.
Yeah, I wish you had the Bens.
Shut that trap. So what do you think of Spider-Man 3?
I'm pretty sure it was underwhelming. I was really excited for Venom.
Would you like to see a sequel of Under the Silver Lake?
You know what? It felt like Ready Player One as well.
Yeah.
Especially with the Easter egg things connected with Nintendo.
Yeah.
That Saul felt like the one at the end of that movie.
Yeah. No, I agree. I can see that. I know, this is the kind of shit that this is our wheelhouse for sure. I thought that, the the way it looked aesthetically, it really had that that convoluted web.
Yeah, from a scale of 0 to nth, it was the nth degree of that. Yeah,
and it had a great pace, but at the same time seemed like it was going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of great characters. Balloon Girl, I'm all for.
Yeah, lots of nudity and fucking LA old Hollywood fun.
Yeah.
Stuff you don't see anymore in movies. It's got some shit ton of stuff going for it.
The glory days.
Yeah. I can see how it would be a little too offbeat for some people.
Yeah.
But, that's why we're here to talk about them.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And Andrew. What was his name?
Sam.
Son of Sam, that's what you were saying. Well, shit. A24, you've done it again.
So that's it,
yeah. I'm glad you came up with this one, Phyllis. It's a point for you. Bet it's not in your book, though.
No. Predates it.
Yeah.
The book, that is.
All right. Let's go check out what else there is to see in 2000. What else there is to... Fuck. See what else there is to do in 2018. Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what she means?
Yeah. Another extreme movie is Climax.
Yeah, that might be our next A24.
Is that A24?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, shit. What about House That Jack Built? That wasn't A24, was it?
I think it was, man.
Fucking hell.
This was a big year for them.
Yeah.
Also, back in real time, I'm pretty excited for Maxine to come out.
It's not out yet?
No. What am I looking up, Doc?
If Climax was A24? If Jack was A24?
No.
Anyway, filled with movies that your friends won't talk to you about. So I'm sure we'll be revisiting plenty of 2018.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, definitely. Jack of the House Built will be back.
What was that?
The Jack That House Built.
Should have got a prenup.
Apostle was pretty crazy. You see that one?
Did you put a hard T in Apostle?
Yeah. Did you ever see that one?
No.
That one's gross.
Gross?
Yeah, it's pretty gross at one point. Just like the monster or whatever. Monstrous.
Well, you managed...
Suspiria came out, and that was A24, I think.
Oh, yeah, Goblin.
That's where
you managed to turn this into a Siberian tale for a minute.
That's where we first recognized Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Actually, was from Suspiria trailer.
Suspiria trailer. Yeah. Didn't see that new Suspiria.
I'm glad that we talked about this movie. It's been a Suspirience, say the least.
Yep. Fucking inspired as all get out.
To say the least. Yeah, it makes me think about my noir a little differently, but I don't know if I could
I like how you'd like
go
say
full hamstring.
like to say the least. That's like one of those terms like I couldn't care less or
No offense.
I got called out on pales in comparison today.
That's not it.
I just had it in a reverse order or something.
Don't be resting on your laurels.
Yeah, that was new to you today.
Yeah, I like it. I'm using it. It writes itself. Well, that's about as modern as a noir gets.
I'll give it a 24.
Out of a 24.
Yeah, it didn't really lose a ton of points.
No.
Fucking kicked the shit out of kids and dogs and did all the stuff you shouldn't do in movies, and it did it well enough where the movie's still good, so fuck me.
It's funny, like, I've never hated and liked Andrew Garfield more than watching this film. Because he pissed me off the whole way through. But it's probably my favorite film that I've seen him in.
Yeah, I think this is the first movie I ever saw him in.
Yeah.
Only movie he's been in.
Oh, you're not going to hear about much when you don't have much of a social network.
All you need is an army and a hammer.
No, that guy's canceled. You can't talk about him.
He's a cannibal.
Well, eat my ass.
He's
then.
the cancelable cannibal. Trademark. Yeah. Yeah.
We're off here.
All right, fucking A. Enough talking about bastards.
Yeah, see you next week.